What is up, my veggies? My name is VTR, and welcome back to another movie review. And yes, a movie that has been talked about a lot recently. That I actually have not seen that we're reviewing today. Today we're reviewing Trolls Band Together. Now, this movie I had zero, no expectations at all going into this. But let's go ahead and read the synopsis before we get into that. Um, so After two films of true friendship and relentless flirting, Poppy and Branch are now officially, finally, a couple. As they go closer, Poppy discovers that Branch has a secret past, that he was once part of her favorite boy band phenomenon, Brozone, and his four brothers, Floyd, John Dory, Bruce, and Clay. Uh, Brozone disbanded when Branch was still a baby, as did his family, and Branch hadn't seen his brother since. Uh, but when Branch's bro Floyd, kidnapped for his musical talents by a pair of nefarious pop star villains, uh, Velvet and Veneer, um, Branch and Poppy embark on a harrowing, emotional journey, reunite the brothers, and rescue Floyd from fate worse than pop culture. Okay, so going into this, I had very low expectations, especially with how much people were kind of hyping it. Um, because like a lot of people had, I heard a lot of people talk about this movie about what they, I thought it was great, that it was amazing. It's like I had a lot of people I talked to, there's like I seen the first one, hadn't seen the second one, but the third one was great. Um, Everything. I should probably sum up my thoughts on the first two real quick. I thought the first one was all right, not a bad movie. I thought the second wasn't really good. I reviewed that a couple years back, and also the fact of what happened with its release, and also was a massive problem and everything. We all know that with how Richard did. But this movie, going into it, like I said, I didn't know what to really think. I had low expectations because like everyone was around me was kind of has seen it, had been hyping it up like it's a really good movie, and I finally decided to sit down and watch it today. And my whole thing is it's fine. Actually, no, I won't say fine. I'll say it's good. I will straight up say this was a good um which is kind of crazy to think about because the last movie DreamWorks put out, I think, was Ruby Gilman, which I did like. A lot of people didn't like and everything. So, but the Trolls franchise is kind of like a big money maker. So it's not surprising that they pumped out another one. I won't be surprised if we get another one in a few years. Because these movies are money makers. Um, but for this, I want to talk about the animation. It's obviously much improved. I like the arts and crafts style a lot more here because like there's like seeing like water and they're like Orbeez, and there's like actually entertaining jokes. There's a lot of jokes that'll go over kids' heads that are there for the adults, and there are a few that I was like, oh, I see what you did there. I see what you did there. But I think overall this movie is definitely. There are some jokes that I think are kind of a little, kind of boring, kind of bland. I don't really care for most of the Branch's brothers. Don't really care that much for them. Um, they're not that interesting in my opinion. But you go to this like puppet area where like everyone's like a Muppet, which I thought was kind of cool. I kind of liked that. Poppy is actually a better character in this movie. She's kind of like in the first two movies. She's kind of like I don't know, kind of I don't know how to describe it, but I feel like her character is definitely improved in this film. I think the movie does much better job at handling her character. Like much. Sorry, my camera. Did a much better job at handling her character. I think a lot of, like I said, this, like the only joke that was funny with Tiny Diamond, in my opinion, was like there's a joke that's it'll go over some people's heads. That was pretty funny. I don't want to give it away because it's probably one of the funnier jokes in the movie. There's also one that's with Bridget and King Russell or whatever his name is. Um, there's a funny joke there. A lot of the jokes are it's pretty well written. And we later meet another troll in the movie. I don't want to give spoilers or anything about her, but she's also very fun. I don't know if the trailers gave any of this stuff away, so I'm not gonna try to. I didn't look at any trailers except for like the one I saw in theaters. Um, Overall, though, I think this movie is fun time. I think it nicely animated and everything, and I just enjoyed it for the vibe that it was. I think this movie gave an overall general vibe of just overall a feel good. And I said like some of the comedy really well written. Like I'm not gonna lie to you, some of the comedy here is really well written. I think it's funny. I think it's well. I think a lot of it is well acted, well voice acted, and everything. And like I said, like the animation is probably one of the movie's strong suits, which I like. I like the animation is um movie overall is just I think it's good. I think I have to get into some negatives. I will. It's kind of a negative more since the first one. I do like that we get to see more of the Pergans again because we didn't really get any of them in the second movie, except for like a little like at the end is like why weren't we part of this? Whatever. And also another thing that feels a little weird is that like none of the other types of trolls are really brought up. Like I think we see like one of them that is like the one of the long leg like giraffe looking ones. You see one of them, and so none of that's really brought up or acknowledged. I know that's not really the point. And the fact is, I feel like the time gap between this and the first movie is super short. Like they literally say it's been a month at one point. So like, and it's like that's like wow, that's a really short amount of time when these place. I don't know why that felt weird to me that the movies only take place of like a month apart from each other, which it isn't a big deal, but that feels like oh, two really big things happened that close. Well, obviously I don't. But I should probably talk about the villains. The villains, my favorite thing about them is that they're really well animated, and I think they're more interesting than the you have one, the brother and the sister. The brother is more like sympathetic, and then the sister is like more like the evil pushing one and everything. Um, but the animation on them is great. They kind of remind me of Spinel universe. So the animation on them is pretty good. The whole final act is a fun little like chase concert scene, which is I guess can't talk about trolls without talking about music. I'm pretty sure everything in here is still like a cover. There's some stuff in here I haven't heard before, but I'm still pretty sure everything's a cover. I don't think there's like anything original. I think the first movie had like one original song. There might be one or two original here. I don't know if they are original. If they're either original or they're just pop songs I've never heard. There's definitely pop songs that I've heard that are in this. And if jukebox musicals bother you, this is not for you. This is one of the most jukeboxy pop music movies I've ever seen. Like it is extremely, and so if that is not your thing, but I think this is a fine movie. I think it's good. I would gladly put it at a 3.5 out of 5. I think it's better than the second one. Might even be better than the first, because I actually did have a lot of fun watching this. I just don't understand why the internet and everyone blew up talking about it. It's not anything crazy to write home about. I don't understand. Someone explain to me, please. I want to know. Someone explain to me why this movie blew up. I don't understand why or how. But because of all that, this is gonna get a fourth movie. I also didn't have two Netflix shows or like one Netflix show and a Peacock show or something like that. But anyway, that's going to be my review for Trolls Band Together. I enjoyed it. What did you guys think in the comments? Let me know down in the comments section down below, and I will see each and every one of y'all in the next. Bye!